Hello students, today we shall learn lesson 16 reflection of light. Just look at the first picture. Can you see the objects in the room clearly when the light is switched off? Now look at the second picture. Here you can see each and every object clearly as there is light in the room. That means there is some connection between the sense of vision and light. When we switch off the light at night, the objects in the room cannot be seen and they can be seen as before when the light is switched on again. Thus, we can see the objects when the light coming from these objects enter our eyes. The light entering our eyes may be emitted by the object or may be reflected by that object. So what do you mean by reflection of light? When light rays falls on an object, their direction changes and they turn back. This is called reflection of light. You can try this activity. Fit a white paper tightly over a table or drawing board. Leave out some portion in the middle of the comb and cover the rest with black paper so that the light can pass only through the open central portion. As you can see in the diagram, hold the comb perpendicular to the white paper and throw torch light on its central portion. Adjust the comb and torch so as to get light rays on the white paper. Now keep a mirror in the path of this ray of light as shown in the figure. What do you see? In this activity, light rays which fall on the mirror get reflected and travel in a different direction. The rays falling on any surface are called the incident ray. Just look at the second diagram. You can see the rays which are falling on this surface. They are called as the incident ray. The point at which an incident ray falls is called the point of incidence. The rays going away from the surface after reflection are called reflected rays. Just look at the diagram. You can see the reflected rays. They are the rays going away from the surface after reflection. The direction of the reflected rays is decided by some rules which are called laws of reflection. Let us learn some definitions before learning about these laws. Now let us learn some terms related to the reflection of light. For that we need to draw a diagram. Draw a line PQ showing the position of the mirror. Then draw the incident ray AO and the reflected ray OB. Draw a perpendicular to the line showing the position of the mirror, that is PQ at O. This line ON is called the normal to the mirror. As ON is perpendicular to PQ, angle PON is equal to angle QON is equal to 90 degree. Now we will learn the terms related to the reflection. So here ray AO is the incident ray. Can you see in the diagram? Ray AO is called the incident ray. Point O, it is the point of incidence. Ray OB is the reflected ray. Line ON is the normal. The angle AON, that is the angle between the incident ray and the normal, is the angle of incidence, that is given by small letter I. And the angle BON, that is the angle between the reflected ray and the normal, is the angle of reflection, given by the small letter R. Laws of reflection. There are three laws of reflection. Now let us see that. See the first law. The angle of reflection is equal to the angle of incidence. That is, the angle I is equal to angle R. Second law states that the incident ray, the reflected ray and the normal, all the three lie in the same plane. And the third law, the incident ray and the reflected ray are on the opposite sides of the normal. Now you can try this activity to verify the laws of reflection. For this activity, you will require a mirror, a drawing board, some pins, white paper, protractor, scale and pencil. Fit a white paper on a drawing board tightly as possible. On the paper, draw line PQ indicating the position of the mirror. Draw a perpendicular ON to PQ at the point O. Then draw ray AO making an angle of 30° with ON. Fix two pins S and R along AO. Fix the mirror to the stand and place it along PQ perpendicular to the drawing board. As shown in the second figure, you can fix the pins. Fix pin at T and U along the line joining the bottom of the reflected image of the pins at S and R. Now remove the mirror and join the points T and U and extend it up to O. And if you measure that angle TON, you will find that angle TON is equal to 30°. Now you can same way repeat this procedure for the angle of incidence as 45° and 60°. And write down your observations. You will see that the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection in all the three cases. And this verifies the laws of reflection. Now let us learn the reflection of light from a smooth and a rough surface. First, let us see regular reflection of light. The reflection of light from a plane and smooth surface is called regular reflection of light. For regular reflection, the angles of incidence as well as the reflection are the same for all parallel rays falling on the surface. Irregular reflection of light. Reflection of light from a rough surface is called irregular reflection of light. In irregular reflection, the angles of incidence for parallel rays of incidence are not equal and therefore their angles of reflection are also not equal. Thus, the reflected rays are not parallel to one another and spread over a large surface, which you can see clearly in the second diagram. A kaleidoscope. Now let us try to prepare a kaleidoscope. Take three rectangular mirrors of the same size. Using sticking tape, stick the mirrors together, making a triangle with the reflecting surface facing inwards, as you can see in the diagram. Take a white paper of rectangular shape and fix it with white tape at one end of the mirror, closing that end. Now insert 4 to 5 colored glass pieces in the hollow of that mirrors. Close the other end with a white paper and make a hole in it. Look through the hole towards light. You will see innumerable images of the glass pieces. These are formed due to the reflection by the three mirrors. You can see different designs in the kaleidoscope. And the speciality of the kaleidoscope is that the designs do not easily repeat themselves. Every time the design is different. People making wallpapers which are used to decorate walls and cloth designs use kaleidoscope for making new designs. Periscope. A periscope consists of a cardboard box with slits made in the top and bottom sides of the box. Two mirrors are fixed with sticking tape such that they make an angle of 45° with the sides of the box and are parallel to each other. Two windows of 1 inch each are made near the two mirrors. From the bottom window, we can see what is in front of the top window. And this device is called as the periscope. The uses of periscope. Periscope is used in submarines to see the objects above the surface of water. It is also used to observe and keep a watch on the objects or persons on the ground from an underground bunker. Here the kaleidoscope and periscope, they use the properties of reflection of light.